In the busy, always moving world we live in, it often seems like we're all by ourselves, each one of us carrying our own problems. We're like tiny dots in a big universe, handling our personal struggles, while the constant noise of life overpowers our inner battles. Among various complicated problems in life, there's an often unmentioned issue that quietly creeps into our everyday life: depression. This is not just a word we hear in talks. It's a reality faced by many people every day. It's a total disabling condition that can bring a heavy cloud over our life, taking away our drive, our joy, and our hope. Depression is the invisible enemy, a silent fight that is often waged within the privacy of our own minds, hidden from the judging eyes of society. The ride through depression can feel like a lonely trip crossing an enormous and stormy sea of sadness. It can be hugely stressful, capable of creating a huge feeling of being alone that seems impossible to overcome. Yet, this is not a pit of endless darkness. Despite its scary nature, it's also a place that can be crossed. With some understanding, kindness, and patience, we can chart a path through this storm, leading each other to safer places. It's vital to remember that even in our saddest moments, we are not alone. With kindness, patience, and ongoing efforts, we can get past this. Imagine walking through a dense fog where everything seems blurred and distant. This analogy can be helpful when trying to understand the complex and often elusive nature of depression, a mental health disorder that manifests differently in everyone. Depression is not just about feeling sad or being in a bad mood. It is much more profound, consuming, and crippling. Depression can feel like a heavy burden of sadness, weighing you down and dimming your outlook on life. It can feel like a great void of emptiness, a sudden loss of interest and passion in activities once cherished and enjoyed. It can gnaw at your energy, leaving you with a constant fatigue that seems impossible to shake off, no matter how much rest you get or how much caffeine you ingest. Depression doesn't always announce its arrival. It can creep up on you, quietly, persistently, whispering doubts in your ear, making you question your worth, your purpose, your existence. Or it can hit you hard and fast like a tidal wave after a seismic disturbance, leaving you feeling lost at sea, struggling to keep your head above water, gasping for breath, yearning for a lifeline, a beacon of hope. Depression is not just a state of mind, it's a battle, a relentless fight against the darkness within. It is important to remember, though, that no one is alone in this struggle. Reach out, seek help, because depression is not impossible to get rid of, even if it feels like in the moment. Mindfulness can help you revealing the clear, bright, and beautiful world that awaits. Depression manifests differently in everyone. It can feel like a heavy blanket of sadness, a numbing disinterest in activities once enjoyed, a constant fatigue that seems impossible to off. It can creep up on you, whispering doubts in your ears. But there's hope amidst the haze. There are strategies to cope, ways heal, and paths towards recovery. Picture yourself fully immersed in the powerful practices of mindfulness, drawn into the serenity of the present, silencing the tumultuous turmoil of the mind. This is not just about being quiet, but an invitation to listen to your inner self, transforming your perspective and acceptance of who you are and what you're experiencing. Now imagine the regularity of an exercise routine. Feel the sweat dripping down your face as you push past your limits, releasing the natural feel-good hormones, endorphins, that are known to battle and mitigate the harsh symptoms of depression. This isn't just about physical strength, but strengthening your mental resilience and finding solace in every successful, challenging push. Envision therapy sessions, a safe and non-judgmental space. Dissect and examine your thoughts and feelings, all under the guidance of a professional filled with empathy and understanding. It's not just about sharing, but about finding a path heal, one session at a time. And imagine the power of a strong support system, a lifeline in the midst of the storm. This is not just about companionship, but about having people who validate your feelings and help keep the darkness at bay. Seeking help takes courage, but it's the first step towards a brighter tomorrow. It's about acknowledging vulnerability, yet finding strength in it. It's about stepping out from the shadows and into the light, one day at a time. Self-care is not an indulgence, it's a necessity. It's more than just bubble baths and chocolates. It manifests itself in various forms that speak to each individual's unique needs, and it can be as simple as taking a moment to sip tea in silence, as restorative as sinking into a comforting book, or as empowering as chasing a long-forgotten dream. Self-care means finding peace in solitude, feeling the gentle silence that wraps around you and cradling it as a welcome friend. It's about embracing the solace this offers, allowing it to heal and restore the chaos within. It's about discovering joy in small moments, the burst of flavor from a fresh orange, the heady scent of rain-soaked earth, the warmth of the sun on your skin. These fleeting seconds, when appreciated, can replenish our spirits in the most profound ways. Self-care is also about finding invulnerability. Acknowledging our weaknesses does not diminish us, but rather allows us to understand our limits, and in doing so, grow. It means nurturing the body, mind, and soul, offering each the love and care they deserve. About fostering a sense of well-being and resilience, a firm foundation upon which we can withstand the storms of life. Depression is a journey, sometimes arduous, often challenging, but it's important to remember that every step taken, every battle faced, is a step closer to recovery, a step towards hope, towards light. As we reach the conclusion of our narrative, bear in mind this crucial concept. Depression isn't an indication of frailty. It is, in fact, the absolute opposite. It is a testament to the silent, often invisible battles that individuals fight every single day. It's a symbol of resilience and strength, a beacon that illuminates the importance of recognizing and understanding mental health issues. Depression is a condition that thrives in shadows, behind closed doors, and within the confines of our minds. It's time to challenge the stigma associated with it. It's time to shine a light so bright on depression that it can no longer in the obscurity. We must bring it out in the open, expose it to the cold light of day, and reveal it for what it truly is. Commence a conversation that's thoughtful, understanding, and empathetic. A dialogue where people feel comfortable discussing their mental health. A safe space where they feel heard and supported. It's time to lend an ear to those silent cries for help, to offer a helping to those struggling with the weight of their own thoughts. Show empathy. Show that you understand, or at the very least, that you're trying to. Because when it comes to mental health, the journey can be a lonely one, filled with challenges that are often hard to explain. No one should have to walk this path alone. Remember, every voice matters in this conversation, every adds a new perspective, and every step taken towards understanding and supporting mental health makes a difference. Let's not just aim to make mere waves in the vast ocean of mental health awareness. Instead, let's work towards creating a tide of change that cannot be ignored. Let's make sure that every voice is heard, every story is acknowledged, and every effort is recognized. Remember, even on the darkest days, there's always hope for a brighter tomorrow. Let's keep moving forward, supporting each other every step of the way. Stay tuned for more empowering content to uplift your spirits and fuel positive change. Together, we're rewriting the narrative on mental health. See you in the next video.